want your Ralph. I will take your Ralph. I want your Ralph. I will take your Ralph. I want your Ralph. I will take your Ralph. I want your Ralph. I will take your Ralph. Come to Big Dad. Come to Big Dad. Come to Charles Big Dad. Come to Big Dad. Come to Big Dad. Come to Big Dad. Come to Charles Big Mummy. Charles Big Dad, come to Big Dad, come to Big Dad, come to Big Dad, come to Charles Big Mummy. Look, I fixed twins. It's regular twins. Now, you listen up, Monomoy, and you listen good, eh? The boy is fine so far. I taught him to play the spoons. If you ever want to see that boy again, I suggest you leave town today, eh? The chief! Ooh, I suppose I best to run. Lord o' mercy, I wish I weren't so fat. Welcome to my amazing chief. I've been expecting you. Mais Jan, New Orleans is my town. Won't nobody going to mess with me. I got interests, and I ain't talking about stamp collecting, though I do find that extremely interesting. You know, boys, there's an old say down on the bayou that blah, blah, blah.
One for alrighty, Big Daddy Cast, cold opening, Flimsy and Nightwing. I sat in the salt circle. Flimsy says,
it's very quiet here, what with Hammond, D2 off visiting Dave and the dog H-Robo.
Oh yeah, even Assistant Spider and Ron seem to be off doing their thing.
Yams.
Meanwhile, in a dusty corner of the house, a peach flies in through the window. Irregular sized peach. Oi, Noma's father here. Emerge carefully, lads, and bring the woodlouse princess to the corner of doom.
Boss, I'm all sticky.
Ooh, peachy. That's fruit for ya. A wipe of yourself on something old. Brush, brush, brush. Blast. I'm 40% lint and the rest is peach juice. This coat is Dolce and Gabbana. Don't touch it.
You look right, boss.
Yeah, real sweet. Silence, I'm a fly of stature, remain dignified. I didn't crawl up the food chain for my brood to go hungry.
Just scroll for a bit, I want to redo that first lefty line. Boss, I'm all sticky. There we go.
You can be Woodlice Princess as well.
My father doesn't negotiate with sugar thieves. The house is already ours. We are already in the walls. Boss, real question. Why'd we kidnap a Woodlice Princess?
Yeah, insurance about royalties, royalty. Plus she's got 14 bloody legs.
Don't make it weird, righty.
This is a family business and nobody comes here, nobody cleans. That peach can sit there and rot. I'm about to send a message.
Everyone thinks that till something that's the smallest writing in the world can understand. Everyone thinks that till Hoover comes out.
I quit it, the roly-poly princess. Those wood chompers will get to the message. Cappuccino? Already imagining. Sticky payday, real trash, wall to wall.
Beg your pardon.
What's that?
I beg your pardon.
Do you want to do the name or do you want to do the bit?
I would like to do the bit.
Big Daddy.
He sent a gator with corked teeth.
A Big Daddy.
He taught kidnapped Ralph to play spoons. This is already great.
Big Daddy.
He stole the Louisiana governor's entire mansion.
Big Daddy.
His character is based on musician Dr. John.
Big Daddy.
Dr. Fox. He swam away at a very slow speed, twice.
Big Daddy.
He secretly wears a pink tutu undersuits.
Big Daddy.
His voice actor played Chuck in Ernest.
Big Daddy.
Wiggum expects to fight him every week.
Even though Dave 2's not here, he's left us something. It's a David 2 fact file.
David 7 fact file, it's a fucking David 7 fact file.
Born Shirley Crabtree Jr. in Halifax, Big Daddy became the ultimate icon of British professional wrestling. After serving in Coldstream Guards, he adopted his famous persona, known for his Union Jack, flag jacket, and easy, easy chant. His legendary feud with Grant Haystacks captivated the nation. Remarkably, Big Daddy once defeated an entire army of ninjas using only single folded tea towel. He remained a beloved hero until he died in 1997. Oh, David 2, that's not the right Big Daddy.
We've already said that. That's what I'm gonna say after the David 7s.
Nice. Intro! In the once barren fringe of the WWP, a soft glow blooms as the Reliquarians dock their prize craft inside the brine ring, I beg your pardon. The guises are Lawrence M. Nightingale and Flimsy Rosewater.
Indeed, I am Lawrence, crustacean avoider, sworn foe of Kale, final heir to an ancient Yeti bloodline, mailmaster, and daring serial designer, seasonal affiliate of Asian Graceland and Eurodolwood, and I also collect lucky cow's feet directly from the source.
And I am Flimsy, devotee of silk, relentless pursuer of Medusa jellyfish. I restored joy to Rodent Village after ages of Zen devilry. My soul leaps for margarita pizza, even frozen.
Do you know what makes them lucky? That I don't get caught cutting off the feet. Should you encounter our brother Dobby or Father Ouija Bag, alert us.
As clerks within Layley Civic Centre, we catalogue Springfield's strange fractures.
We pursue naked reality, only to uncover the final truth. We were always metropolitan astronauts. Children, baby.
And Ham 2's not here, but he left this bit. Decompressing Pixels, Ham 1, Jessica Owl, and the Deep Sleeper. It's a David 2 fact file. It's a David fucking 2 fact file.
David 7 fact file, it's a fucking David 7 fact file.
Why don't you do the first bit, seeing as he's not here?
Indeed. Big Daddy, Charles Big Daddy, is a villain who appeared in the Wiggum PI. Big Daddy is flamboyant, extremely overweight New Orleans crime lord who serves as a suave parody of classic police drama villains. Voiced by Gaylord Sartain, and based on the musician Dr. John, he possesses a swamp-cool aesthetic choked on a baby king cake in a crab festival, often appearing in a light-coloured suit, red bow tie and dark sunglasses. He is a gentleman villain who values theatricality, from sitting in a dramatic swivel chair to sending warning gators with cork teeth to his enemies. Despite his criminal nature, he shows a patient, domestic side, famously teaching a kidnapper Ralph Wiggum how to play the spoons. I think we've basically covered everything there. We can end things.
His audacity is unmatched, evidenced by his theft of the entire Louisiana governor's mansion to use as a Bayou hideout. Big Daddy remains calm under pressure when corners his utilitastical distractions, like tossing a child at his pursuers to make slow-motion swimming escape. His organization is uniquely themed, featuring a surreal henchman like giant flies in trench coats. Interestingly, Big Daddy's most loyal companion is Ron, a tiny beetle who is hand-groomed with a beard and assists him in his mysterious bayou interests. The Ultimate views rivalry as a weekly social game, ensuring he remains a legendary and untouchable figure. I think Ron's been slipping David to the odd coin.
Seems that way.
Anyway, back up there near the roof, the demands. Oh, listen up here, ring ring, listen up you woodlouser bastards, here are our demands.
Tell them we want crumbs, boss.
Tell them we want good crumbs. Soft, no one's bleeding in their mouth. We demand the one shoebox full of crumbs. Soft ones. And legal immunity from rolled up newspaper C.
Just checking, is this ransom per louse or per infestation?
I respect how seriously you're taking this Woodhouse princess.
Boss, do woodlice even have money?
Yeah, or do they pay him back or all leaves or vibes?
We deal mostly in compost, rot and long grudges.
Haha, we can't wait. We like things ripe, very ripe. Ha 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 ha. Slurp, slurp. Juice, nice juice.
What's his obsession with peaches? What's
They flew in
that?
on a peach. It's James and the normal sized peach.
Oh, I see. I thought it was an incorrect reference to a peach being the fruit of Atlanta, Georgia.
No, no, no. They flew in on a peach like in James and the Giant Peach, but this is a normal sized peach. I didn't really. That's going to become clear in the pictures that you had.
Sure.
It's a David 2 another fucking fact file. Big Daddy Simpson was a legendary blues voice from Gary, Indiana, known for his aggressive guitar style. Born in Mississippi, he recorded gritty singles for Impact label. Big Daddy often performed with his wife and son, creating raw Chicago big band sound. In bizarre twist, Big Daddy once sued a local zoo for stealing his signature noises. He remains a cult favourite, I beg your pardon, to this very day.
Is that a real guy?
Yep, these are all real Big Daddies, but not the right one. That's the wrong Big Daddy, David, too. Why do you like Big Daddy?
I just think he's funny. I think it's a very funny one. He fits into that weird mythological category of not really a Simpsons character.
Oh, yeah.
He's not a part of the tapestry of the Simpsons. He's in a very similar way to Pam Flanders last time, which is what the trajectory has led us to here because of New Orleans.
Oh, so you think there's a connection between the two of them?
Yes, as we discussed heavily in the Pam Flanders cast like 2 weeks ago.
Past is a different country to me.
Exactly. There's not a great deal to say. He's a good reminder of best Simpsons.
Yeah, he's a fun one, and we've talked about that spin-off many, many times. Considering it's a single one-off experiment, we've talked about that episode possibly more than any other episode. But it's amazing.
I'd say there's probably an episode that's been slightly talked about more.
No, well, by our cousin.
Oh yes, our cousins.
Yeah.
But I would simply say that I like him because of his comedy.
Where are you ranking him? Beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. F once again. He is bottom tier.
F for first.
F for first, yes. In terms of notability and recognizability.
Yeah.
He simply has to go along with the other characters like Pinchy and Pam Flanders.
Brilliant. Let's do some CC connections. Death.
No. Well, yeah, no.
He kills, but he's not dead.
He may kill. We don't know that he kills.
We don't know. Glasses.
He probably does. Yes.
Sun. Sunglasses or regular glasses?
Sun in this particular occasion, in a similar vein to Bleeding Gums Murphy and Duffman.
Yes. Who's this week been retired for some reason?
Yes, he has been retired in an entirely false statement.
Oh, is it not true? School.
No, yeah, it was just a Severance parody. So he worked for the parody of the Severance company, and clearly, as of the next episode, will be back to being Duffman.
Oh, okay, so I get. Uncool mobbers love connections.
No, and no. I would put him in cool. We seem to have lost cool.
Cool and uncool. Tapped Out and Bongo, celebrity voice married to Selma.
He is not a tapped out, but he did make it into Bongo. And celeb voice, kind of. Guest voice would be more accurate. Like, I don't think they brought him.
Ghislaine
Gail Sartain. Not married to Selma. Never met her.
No. Multiple jobs. Springfield celebrity. Poverty.
No, and no. But I would say he's probably a New Orleans celebrity.
Yeah.
But that is not Springfield.
New Orleans. The Sodom. If you want to go to hell, just take a trip to the Sodom and Gomorrah on the Mississippi. New Orleans.
Exactly. They've done quite a lot of New Orleans stuff, to be honest.
They've referenced it several times. It's an easy go-to for comedy stuff, but that's specifically because of Streetcar Named Desire, though. That one.
Yes, but yeah, they've covered it quite a few times since and shown it, and they don't really do that with many real states.
No,
places
is a great city. Is a very fun city to kind of parody because it's got such a unique personality, hasn't it?
Indeed, it was my favourite city to visit in my journey in America.
I went. I enjoyed it.
I also enjoyed it and went.
Really?
Yes, in 2019.
Is it the only place in America that we've both been to?
It depends if you've been to the other places that I went, which you definitely have, including
Incompetent, surnameless parents. I did not go to Nashville. Incompetent, surnameless parents.
Indeed, this is not the Zaz cast. No, No and no. I believe he does not move in with the Simpsons, but that would definitely be an absolute banger.
An absolute
He's
roaring banger. Beg your pardon.
very, very clearly not impoverished. He has stolen a mansion, which
Competent,
also
impoverished.
covers, yes, also covers incompetent, really. You have to have some level of competence to steal a mansion.
You do.
His surname is Daddy, I believe.
Really? Charles Daddy?
Yes, and he kind of is a good parent figure for Ralph after the kidnap, which is interesting.
Very nice. Yeah, I do hear. We'll get to that because there's not much new stuff. Most of this stuff we've now said several times we'll come to in the clips real soon. But
We've covered
first,
everything.
Fact file, it's a fucking David 7 fact file.
Big Daddy Kane, Dave 2, fact file. Big Daddy Kane. Can you read this?
Born Antonio Hardy, Big Daddy Kane is a Brooklyn hip-hop legend and a core member of the Juice Crew. Known for his suave persona and the classic hit Ain't No Half Steppin'. Excuse me. He pioneered the high top fade and rhythmic fast rapping. He won a Grammy in 1991 and even tutored a young Jays. In a secret hobby, Big Daddy Kane once won a national gold medal for professional competitive cloud sculpting. I'm guessing that's been added by Chatbot. His name remains legendary.
False.
We already said that.
It's true. Yeah, good. But that's Dave. That's the wrong one.
David 7 fact file.
But let's
We already said that.
content. You give the good people some context for this content.
Yeah, he's our probably our shortest after Pam. Again, quite a good string of connections recently, but yeah, just a one or two scener of a character over 37 years who has taken precedent over the likes of Mo and Frosty, etc.
What's a bongo?
And a bongo that was a newly discovered bongo.
So this is the spin-off. Wiggum's in New Orleans with Skinner. Does it explain why Skinner's gone with him?
Yes, but I can't remember. It's something to do with him having already lived there.
Right, which is never mentioned.
Was not established.
So they're eating a big pile of crustaceans, a big pile of pinches, and Skinner reveals that New Orleans is run by Big Daddy. So Skinner reveals that Big Daddy's running the crowd, running the city, and Wiggum throws some threats out, some pointless threats. He's waving a lobster right in front of his face, saying that he doesn't think Big Daddy will mess with him again. Even if I hadn't seen this clip multiple times before, I would know that inevitably the lobster's going to grab his face right now.
Well, I was going to say that, I can't remember play it because I...
Listen up, Big Daddy!
No, he didn't.
What?
That almost certainly happens somewhere because I can see that in my head.
Yeah, let that be a lesson to the rest of you lobsters.
It's very possible I just cut it out, actually.
A gradually update. We can confirm that the Pinchies did not snap Chief Wiggum's nose in this scene.
Yeah,
That's
that was
clip
just
one?
establishing.
That's clip
That'll do, yeah. Just setting up who he is. I do like there's a bit more context after the Roswell cast we did with the the sort of crime dramas I looked at to find the Roswell clips.
Yes.
That they've just gone full trope, full stereotypical trope as well. This is exactly note for note what you get in one of these cop shows.
Yeah.
And I like that it was still so early on that they could just do that without any sort of ironic twist. They could just do it and do it well. So even within the world of this spin-off, well, they do establish that he would be the recurring main villain. But in this sort of police drama spin-off world, it's still possible that they would bring in a character like this for one episode to be that week's villain.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I do like that it does set up that he is Wiggum's nemesis, technically, of the show was to continue. They do set up that, I bet we see him every week.
Yeah, but they also they're smart enough, Magnum PI, and which this doesn't really look that much like Magnum PI, but has some connections because it's kind of a low rent kind of version because Magnum's in Hawaii and he's got everything's amazing and brilliant. This is a little bit more
It's also called Wiggum PI, the entire sketch.
I know, but it's not as on the nose as if they'd moved him to Hawaii and given him a proper mustache and a Hawaiian shirt. Then he would have been full on Selig.
Agreed. I also think they might have just done it so they could do the little gag where Ralph writes the letter G after it and they all laugh. I think that could have been the entire goal of oh, we need to have it be PI so we can do Pig,
Yes,
as
indeed.
opposed to a different parody name.
Clip 2. So Wiggum steps out onto the dock. He's still got his gun holster on, but he's naked other than his undertreks. And he shouts at Big Daddy, "I'm 3 steps ahead of you." And Skinner then informs him that his son has been stolen. And he is, as shocked as you would expect from a cartoon character, but not as shocked
Exactly.
as if it was a real person.
No, but there is a level of human shock in that Wiggum. Like, it's not just comedy. You can hear a genuine tone of panic.
Are you editing out the audio of the clips, or are you leaving it in?
I've been editing them out.
You leave this bit in?
Unless
Kidnap.
it's
Oh God! Maybe the like the kind of throwing his hands up in exasperation isn't quite the reaction one would normally have.
oh no, it's still very
Just a bit.
sitcom-y, but it's more the darkness of, oh, he's immediately stolen your son. And there isn't a reason.
No.
It's just to establish dominance. And
Well-
given that his name is Big Daddy, even though it is most likely a reference to his own name, it is possible that this is what he does.
That's what he does.
To establish dominance, he just steals the policeman's child each time there's a new policeman.
It's his calling card in many ways.
It is. We also do see his calling card, which I cut out. I also cut out the gator bit, just because he's not in it.
All
But
right.
it's just a direct parody of that James Bond Scorpion. Is that what it is?
Is that right? I don't know. I try and avoid James Bond if possible. I think it's dog shit.
Indeed. Like one of the old ones
Oh yeah.
where he's,
There
they
were.
put like a scorpion or a spider or something in the room.
Oh yeah. And he has a fight with it. There's a film where the guy has a fight with a leopard. Is the Devil Rides Out, I think, and the guy imagines that his cat's turned into a leopard and he's having a fight with a leopard. It's a lot of fun.
That
If
does
this
sound
wasn't
fun
a
now.
one for, I'd be showing it right now. As I would have played several minutes of that Big Daddy Kane song.
Exactly. This is how we get back to one-fers by avoiding both of our 20 to 25 minute segues that we usually do.
Clip 3. Daddy's in a phone booth. He turns round and he goes, "Listen up, mon ami," which means friend in German. And he says, "I've got your boy. My name is Charles Daddy Senior." And so yes, his name is Daddy, and he is quite big. And Wiggum's taking none of this. Wiggum says, "Big Daddy, what have you done with my boy, Daddy?" And he's Big Daddy has managed to squeeze Ralph into this phone booth with him, which can't be pleasant for either of them. This boy's fine so far. I taught the spoons, and a very goofy Ralph of rubbing the spoons in front of his face while doing the opposite, pemming and skemming. Stemming and pemming.
Exactly this. This is our introduction to him, and it couldn't have gone any better. Ralph's the perfect character for this as well. If they'd established a different child for Wiggum, this whole thing probably wouldn't have even worked. But the fact that Ralph senses no danger and is also well looked after. They did this once again, actually, with Fat Tony.
Right.
Fat Tony. I have a feeling we looked at it or we discussed it at some point, but yeah, Fat Tony ends up babysitting Ralph for like a day, and it's not like you just kind of cut back to it every now and again within the episode, and he's just having a lovely time.
Right. And
Tony loves Ralph.
Has he been kidnapped at that point, or is they're just having fun?
I can't remember, but they're both, as with this situation, they both get something out of it. Like, he's clearly quite enamored with Ralph. Like, he's looking after him well. He's obviously been swept into the Ralph Wiggum charm school, and he wants to, he's got his hand on his head. He's keeping Ralph safe. He's not taking him to not raise him well, basically. He's just going to take Ralph and have him.
No, but I think Daddy, as with most normal people, would very, very quickly tire of Wiggum's nonsense.
It is possible. It would have been, had the show continued and been a full spin-off, it would have been a lot more entertaining to have Ralph be kidnapped for like 7 or 8 episodes, and he is the main problem for Big Daddy's schemes and big organized crime events, and Ralph would be the downfall of that, I think. So he would end up just giving him back.
Yes, well, that's the oldest trick in the book, isn't it? That he would phone up Wiggum at the end and insist that he came and took him back.
Yes, or as he does in this, just simply throw him at him.
Yes,
which is
Again.
His voice as well. It's worth mentioning. His voice is particularly cool. He's the first character with the Bayou sort of voice I think we've ever met.
I think
and they did
so.
sort of it missed a trick with Pam Flanders not giving her a New Orleans accent, given that all they said about her was that she was there once.
That's right. Let's listen
Well,
to
they didn't
Dr.
even say she
John a
was
little bit.
there once. They just mentioned Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah, she might have just been visiting. There's nothing to suggest that PF is from NO. Same initials as you.
I like to think of what Lewis.
Normal accent. He doesn't
That-
have an accent. I thought Dr. John had the
He looks like
yeah.
He looks like Tim Curry dressed as Hank Azaria, dressed as Quentin Tarantino.
He's the fact that Big Daddy's based on him is a very loose interpretation. Although if you look at Dr. John in the 70s
He's got the same hat.
with the gree, he's got his gree is this thing, right? This is the album that I have, which is his debut, Night Tripper. This is what he's known for. He's this wild Dr. John character. Which is nothing like Big Daddy at all, to be honest. So Vito,
No, he
I
looks
imagine
exactly like him.
Raining was a fun.
Yeah, it kind of relates back to that Bleeding Gums Murphy thing we said, where some of these things must just be influences of things the creators and writers like, as opposed to just choices that were made for the purpose of the story.
I think
Which is
so.
exactly how this cast has worked, basically. Like, we focus on what we want to focus on.
Yeah, goddamn, we do whatever
We're
the
not
hell we like
following like a
in our fourth.
exactly.
But he carries on. He continues his demands and he says, I suggest that you do something today. Well, leave town today. He wants him to get out of town. Clip 4, there's some sort of parade with some kind of ancient Egyptian carrying some booze.
Looks exactly like Wiggum as well. I don't
does
think it's
look
on
like
purpose, but
Maybe not on purpose, but probably Aristotle. or something.
the best line in the segment.
Look, Big Daddy, it's regular Daddy.
It's regular Daddy, as Big Daddy turns to him and says, he's got Ralph on his shoulders, and Ralph's having a whale of a time watching this carnival. And Big Daddy notices that regular Daddy and Skinner are running towards him. I suppose I'm best to run Lord and Mercy. I wish I wasn't so fat. He fans himself, and then with Ralph Wiggum under his arm, he runs away. He's bounding down that street, runs into a graveyard. It's very delightful 80s kind of wailing guitar music. Runs down to the dock and he jumps into one of those Gentle Ben bayou boats and he zips away down the river, which is... Did they do that in Police Academy as well, where they had the race down the river with the bayou boats? I don't know.
I imagine it's been done quite a lot. It's fun to see a real, and this is probably not the first example, but definitely an early one. It's fun to see them in real places that have been animated, as opposed to the streets of Springfield, like running through the actual like graveyards of New Orleans, etc. And the care taken in creating the run of Big Daddy is one of my favorite things as well. Like the fact that and I imagine the joke is that this chase scene is being done by two overweight, slow men, which they could have dragged out a bit longer, but they didn't have the time, really, did they?
No, not even.
Ralph's still happy.
6 minutes section or something.
Yeah, it's also funny that there was no nefarious scheme with Ralph whatsoever. He literally kidnapped Ralph and then just treated him really well. Like he's taking him out for a day out to see the Mardi Gras carnival. This could be the same Mardi Gras in which Pam choked on that baby cake, but it can't be either because it could be actually. I'm going to go back on that.
Could easily be. In fact, not only could it be, it actually is, and I think I saw her, but I'm not going to rewind to check.
No, and it's also worth mentioning our other cast friend Sarah Wiggum is not present in any of this, and she seems to have left Clancy and Ralph in this spin-off, which has prompted the move.
It's not mentioned. Why does what's his name?
I think it is mentioned. I just cut it out, but
Oh, right. So it is established that she's kind of done one.
Yeah, I feel like it's not. I don't think she's mentioned by name, but I'm pretty sure he mentions, like the leaving of his wife.
Right.
I can't remember though. I will try and see it.
Leaving. Yes. Anyway, clip 3.5. There's an action-based chase scene on these bayou boats, and comedically, Clancy gets his tongue caught in the spinners. And it appears to have ripped his tongue off, but not fully, because he can still talk. But for me, it would have been more amusing if it had ripped his entire tongue out of his mouth and he would have been bleeding everywhere. But that would have been too much, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know. There is some sort of comedy in the idea that because it's a spin-off, things are more visceral, but they
Right.
still do have to stick to because it's not actually a spin-off. They do still have to stick to the rules of The Simpsons. But it would
Normal
have been
level.
quite funny to have this be just insanely gory, just have his tongue be completely ripped out.
Of his
But it
tongue.
also would have derailed the rest of the scene because they would have had to deal with that instead.
But also, I think some blood, like because of the 80s kind of TV thing, but not much because of the 80s TV thing, right? Like, can't really have that much blood in a TV thing.
Yeah, I think this is just Simpsonifying it a bit, Flanderizing. Let's have Wiggum do something a bit stupid. He's not done something stupid for 8 to 9 minutes.
Daft brush. So he approaches the mansion in the middle of the river on stilts, and he says, "Wow, what do you think it would cost to rent that?" And Skinner points out that it's not rented; it's stolen. And we see it's a beautiful building, and but we see Big Daddy leap out of his boat with Ralph still under his arm and head for the mansion. It's strange to think of why he thought this would be a good place to get away.
I wouldn't be surprised as well if that was based on the real building, if they'd gone to the trouble of doing that, as they seem to have been accurate with the rest of things. Or maybe it's just a mansion.
The Louisiana governor's mansion isn't as nice. It is similar in design. It's not that unusual, but it's not in the middle of the
Exactly.
river, as we did not expect it to be in the river. But this is a nice one. It's
No.
got kind of some of the buildings in Louisiana on stilts. I don't think so, right? In New Orleans at least, but maybe they're out in the sticks at this.
Yeah, no, I think that the idea is he's just stolen it and planted it here because it's inconvenient to take back, maybe.
Right. Oh,
But
so
the idea of
stole the actual building itself.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sure it looks like it's been removed in one piece.
Right.
Like that's why I kind of like the grass elements. Like they've just taken that entire chunk of land.
Oh yeah, that's true. And put
Yeah,
it on stilts in the middle of a river. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, and I think that is a very good thing for Big Daddy to have done.
tells you everything you need to know about him as well.
He's definitely audacious.
Yes, bombastic.
So there's a Louisiana governor's mansion. It's been missing for 8 months, and they pull up in their boat and they run into this glorious, elaborate mansion. Big Daddy does the reveal in the chair. He jumps into the chair and then slowly reveals, turns around, which is brilliant.
It's funny, look, he's holding Ralph, and then when he turns around in the chair, Ralph is no longer there.
No.
Ralph's like vanished.
Ralph has vanished like an old oak table. So now we get into some proper classic, 80s kind of cop show stuff. Big Daddy, stereotypical Daddy says, "I've been expecting you." Wiggum says, "Well, expect this," and he pulls out his gun. "The arrest of you by me," he says. Big Daddy says, "New Orleans is my town. Won't nobody gonna mess with me."
My town. Won't nobody gonna mess with me.
"I got interest, and I ain't talking about stamp collecting," Big Daddy says as he lowers his glasses and he looks. And I don't know, it's a bit of a standoff, isn't it? It could go either way. Though I do find that extremely interesting. And Skinner says, "Well, that makes two of." And that's one
Great
thing.
use of the characters. Great use of the established characters and their personalities in that situation.
Yes.
There's just something very entertaining about Charles Daddy. I don't know what prompted them to bring in an external source to do the voice, but I'm very glad that they did so because this could have easily. There's no reason for this not to be Azaria or Shira, basically.
I know they're already on the books, aren't they? So I think kudos Gali to them for getting somebody in, and he's doing a great voice. Maybe they just couldn't do the voice very well.
Maybe, or maybe they just knew the guy and offered and said, "Well, we need a New Orleans character. Do you want to come and do it? That would be nice for you, wouldn't it?"
What was his name?
It's Gaylord Sartain, which I'm sure I'm saying wrong.
Voiced by the late Gaylord Sartain. What's he been in?
The Ernest films. It
He's
did.
got one of
To be
those
honest, I
faces,
only
hasn't
looked at him. He does. I only looked at him within the last couple of days. I assumed he was African American until that time.
Oh yeah, but he's like he's in The Patriot. He's in Mississippi Burning, the Buddy Holly story, and of course all of the Ernest movies. Ernest Goes to Summer Camp, Christmas Ernest Goes to Christmas Camp, and Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. Exactly, but nothing that would suggest that he's a New Orleans kind of like character. But maybe he is. He looks to be playing Laurel and Hardy in this scene here.
Nice. Both of them.
Yeah,
I don't know
mean,
what.
I guess if he's in Mississippi Burning, maybe he does a really good. He does a real good like Southern accent. Gilad Sartain, star of Hee Haw, dead at 81. Yeah,
Rest in peace.
the thinking man's John Belushi.
So there would never be a reason for him to return. He didn't even make it into the 750th credits, which,
He can't return. He's dead.
well, yes, but the character is not.
Dead at 81.
Exactly. But,
Star of Hee Haw.
exactly. Ernest goes to Hee Haw. Just an odd choice, but a choice well made.
Choice where you
I
stand by.
don't know.
Sure.
I don't know why they made that choice. I would like to ask somebody.
Better axe, a chatbot.
That's the best.
Boys, there's an old saying down on the bayou, blah, and he throws Ralph from under the table, and he throws him
Ralph.
And Ralph has never felt such joy in his life. He chooses this.
Yes.
Yes.
Having a great time. It's just an easy, again, it's an easy way to get out of the story. He hasn't kidnapped him for a reason, and there's no reason that he wouldn't give him back. So he just does.
So he uses the advantage. Jumps out the window. He throws himself into the bayou,
He's gradually getting away, Chief.
Let him go. I have a feeling we'll meet again, each and every week. Always in more
He's getting away, Chief, and he swims away very quickly. I'll let him go. I have a feeling we'll meet in each and every week. Meet again each and every week.
Every week. Always in more sexy and exciting ways.
Criminal by the name.
Always in more sexy and something ways.
Exactly. He's one of the few characters that, by few I mean this probably happens every time actually, but he doesn't have an exit. He's a one and doneer, but he doesn't have an exit in the sense that that's it. Like, it's established that he would come back, but only within the realms of this spin-off, which no longer exists. Which is again very, very Pam Flanders. That she now exists as a recurring person in Ned's life, but we will never see it.
No, he strikes me much more as a Don DeLuise. Now, of course, they did Homer's Don DeLuise when he wore the muumuu. I'm pretty sure that's what that reference was. But
oh yeah, with the hat.
Everything, right? But anyway, that is not the end, and we are going to aim for this to be a one-for. So we've got about 30 Earth minutes to get through this, plus everything else. So I think we can do it. So there's a bongo, and what is about 4 pages. Did you cut stuff out, or is this the whole bongo, start to finish?
I cut quite a lot out as well. This is like issue 112. Okay. So we're talking like the 2000s, like not soon after the episode, like years later.
What year is the episode approximately?
About 96.
All right, so 10 years after.
Very likely, yeah. And I think they just did an issue of the comic where they did a continuation of all 3 of the spin-offs from that spin-off episode, and this was the Wiggum continuation.
Oh, that's nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah, as promised in episode, Big Daddy returns.
So let's get to it. So Big Daddy seems to be wandering around. Wiggum is sweating and painting the door. There's some sort of zombification going on, which is an obvious, New Orleans kind of like voodoo zombie kind of stuff. So Big Daddy rocks up and says, I won't do the voice. How goes the timetable, Mr. Grundy? And Grundy, who I guess is running the joints, he's a very John Waters style character, says, slow, Big Daddy, slow. These fool zombies, they work, but they don't know what they doing. Just to be clear, there's nothing to suggest that this character is anything other than a white French middle-class man.
I'd say French in the New Orleans sense, like
New Orleans,
the bayou mixture of like 7 accents.
The Creole.
Yes.
And anyway, so Big Daddy walks in. He says, that one there, Wiggum, he was a fool in life. I offered him money to come work for my organization. Now he works for the Gumbo. And we see a Wiggum with his tongue out, zombified and painted. Now, these are old zombies. And in the old, I Walk with a Zombie, white zombie kind of films, the zombies were brought back from the dead to do your bidding. Very different from Romero 28 Days Zombies.
Yes, we're in a zombie category again, with just a nice continuation of our recent casts. A zombie that we did not cover in the zombie cast, so it's nice to have a little throwback there as well.
The
We did
original
not
zombie.
cover voodoo zombies.
Well, I love the original zombies because there's actually the Marvel zombie, the original Marvel zombie, not before Marvel Zombies. He was a proper like New Orleans like cursed zombie who was just basically cursed to walk the earth and didn't crave brains or anything.
Nice. What was his name?
His name's Simon something. Simon the Zombie.
Simon Zombie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had the anthology. In fact, I'm pretty sure you've still got it in your room. Simon William Garth, the zombie, started in 1953, but he appeared throughout, and is actually a very cool Marvel story. Predates Marvel. Big Daddy says enough evil gloating. I be having small get together next Thursday for the mayor and the governor, and everything must be ready by then. So Wiggum is dutifully getting on with it, and then one of Big Daddy's men comes out. Big Daddy, no man can stop him. He's Irk, and it is revealed that Skinner is back. You pay your mercenary army too much, Big Daddy. I've had tougher fights with mother's bunions.
Nice. Some good Skinner stuff. Skinner didn't get anything to do in the other one, so it does make sense that the second episode of the spin-off would cover the side character and how they are going to be influential. So I like that. I like that Skinner gets to be the hero of this spin-off story.
I think so. It doesn't make any sense why Skinner's there, and it doesn't make any sense why Skinner is the main character in this spin-off.
No, I think that's partially the point, is that they wanted to just choose someone completely unrelated to Wiggum who's never really interacted with him before.
Doesn't even know who he is. So anyway, Skinner's like brandishing these blazing weapons, and he comes right into Big Daddy's face, who seems genuinely shocked. A dozen armed men, Mr. Skinner. I must say I'm impressed. What do you want now? A duel to the death? And or they're just fixing my... Oh no, we go across to Skinner is perplexed at what's going on here. Just some answers, Big. What's going on? Besides you trespassing on my home, we don't know whether this is the governor's home or his own. But why the zombies? You got a thing for aimless grunting, I beg your pardon. And Big Daddy says, oh, they just fixing my summer home here, renovating the deck and painting my living room. But why, says Skinner. I'm an important man here in the Big Easy, and important local men do not have to pay to get their decks worked on or repainted. People send over contractors as a favor, see, that's how it works. But nobody owes me any favors. I have to do favors for other people first or something. I really should be looking this up. Yes, filling more panels with words.
Indeed, a lot of exposition for Charles Daddy here, and more of an insight into how his operation works. It seems to be way more about luxury and comfort than crime.
Yes.
Which is, again, this isn't the first time that's been done.
Oh.
So it is a neat parody. He's employed some zombies to, not for any sort of evil purposes, just to do up his summer home because it doesn't look as nice as he wants it to.
Indeed. He continues, I needed to save myself the embarrassment. So, he didn't have any favors to call because he seemed to have misunderstood how favors works, which is somewhat ironical also. I started using zombies from Mama Jamma. Everybody does it. It's not just me. And Skinner says, but the zombies do famously shoddy work. They can't even focus their eyes. And Wiggum is drooling and shouting gumbo gumbo. And how much did it cost you to hire this mercenary army? More than the cost of a crew of competent contractors, I'll wager. Which is fun that and this is a joke. I think Dr. Evil does this too, of just being ridiculously elaborate in their plans rather than actually just carrying out their evil. Dick Dastardly was the main one for me, to the extent that it actually irritated me how Dick Dastardly would throw away an easy victory in wacky races just to do some ridiculous dastardly plan. But I guess that was his character.
It's showboating, isn't it? Showboating at its finest, and I can't think of a positive example in there probably is one, but I can't think of a positive example in televisual media where showboating pays off.
Well, why would it? What is there to gain from the gloating? But we all know it's a cop out. It's a Deus Ex Machina, isn't it? It's a cheap
think-
writing trick.
I think the gain is to make others feel bad.
But then you kill them, so it doesn't really matter unless it was on TV. Yes, but just showboating and monologuing. No, it's the downfall of too many villains, and it's lazy writing, which is why I wish I'd done a scene in which enormous Gravy or whatever his name is showboated for a bit. But it's
Exactly, I'm sure Chauncey or a later added voice note can be attributed.
Yes, please. And so, and good gravy, burgundy paint in a room that doesn't receive direct light. Who's responsible for that? What? Now I get it. And a woman that does not look unlike Pam Flanders, but wearing a more elaborate costume, enters. And Mr. Skinner, what's that?
I believe that is the voodoo lady that has just been mentioned, but I agree that there's no way that's not a Babin.
A PF. Mr. Skinner, wouldn't it solve your problem and my problem and all this zombie kidnapping from you if I offered you a job? What? With the interior decorating, I knew you had a flair for it the moment I saw you wearing that attractive cravat and that fetching headscarf, so Big Daddy's smoozing him. Do we know how and why Wiggum died in this story?
Yes, but I cannot remember because I literally had never encountered it before the other day. This is past my wheelhouse.
Does Big Daddy kill him, or does he die from
No, this is everything. This is every Big Daddy image. So he is killed. That's what I mean. Like, this Big Daddy doesn't come into the spin-off episode story for about 3/4 of it. So it goes on for quite a while before all of this. And yes, he does die, and they have a funeral, and he becomes a zombie. But that is based on me just flicking through the physical copies of this issue that I own.
So they're clearly running out of time. So instead of Skinner agreeing to paint his house, he says, "I like to keep a well-groomed appearance," and he pushes. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but he pushes Big Daddy off the banister just so they can do the same joke once again. Look, he's slowly getting away. Skinner, Ka-ching, Wiggum's still saying gumbo, and Skinner turns to, I believe her name is Mama Jama, and says, "I'm tired of explaining this cravat. It's worse than the year of bow tie related knife fights. There, how about I give you a..." What's that?
Exactly.
That year of bow tie related knife fights. There, how about I give you a manly stare as he rips off his cravat. It's going to wear off in a week or so, but until then, don't you just love them? Is this shit?
I believe that's in reference to the zombification, I think. So it's basically saying, "Oh, next week he'll be fine again."
No,
which, he will no longer be dead anymore, which I don't understand. But
I like that.
That's absolutely fine with me as it is. It's just doing the spin-off exposition thing, like, "Oh yeah, like, don't worry, this isn't an overarching thing. He will be back next week."
Nice. Well,
I do like that ending it in the exact same way that the episode ends is also very funny to me, and kind of establishes that's how every episode would end, with him swimming away slowly down the swamp,
which is absolutely delightful. But anyway, back to the peach, back to the spider in the corner. No, ka-ching, the blue bottle fly. Enormous father, a bloated blue bottle in a pinstripe exoskeleton, lounges on a rotting grape. Lefty and righty buzz nervously around him. So suddenly a high tensile strand of silk whips across the frame, pinning them to the wall. "I'm descending on a bungee cord wearing an 8-lensed riot helmet. Freed LAPD, lurking arachnid, police department, enormous father, you're pinched for racketeering, illegal pheromone distribution, and 400 counts of looking at a sugar cube in a threatening manner. Oh, I'm struggling. My voice is vibrating, I beg your pardon, with a wet buzz. Webby, you're an 8-legged extremist, mamma mia. You think this spit strong can hold a don like me? I've got 6 legs and I'll use 4 of them for bribery."
"Boss, I can't feel me halteres. Me equilibrium is shot. I'm seeing the world through 3,000 lenses and every single one of them looks like a funeral."
"Oh, I'm licking the web. Oh, beg your pardon. Wait, is this grade A viscous protein? Boss, he didn't just bust us, he seasoned us, I beg your pardon." Well, Yeah, everyone, deadpan tying it a silk knot with my 2 legs while I'm clicking a clipboard with the other 2. Save it for the maggot strain to fly, boy. You've got the right to remain silent. Anything you buzz can and will be used against you in a bird's stomach.
Oh, I'm back. I'm the woodlouse princess. Rolling into the shot like a sentient bowling ball. Then I've lost it. Oh God, it's gone. I'm furling a yawn. Oh, look. The aerial mafia is finally getting wrapped up. It's about time. It's about time. The hum of your ego was starting to vibrate my segments. I beg your pardon. Bit of a slag.
Well, I'm dignified despite a strand of silk crossing my compound eyes. Princess, please, this is jurisdictional overreach. The spider's web is just a vertical graveyard for the unrefined.
Actually, father, you look like a very shiny, very annoying burrito. If the sergeant doesn't eat you, I might just roll over you for the satisfying crunch.
He's
twitching his... Hey, I already said that. He's twitching his pedipalps, boss. That spider speak for preheat the oven.
Enough of you lot. You're going in the drain, and don't bother calling your lawyer. I ate him this morning. He was a moth, very flaky, no substance. I'm enormous father, mamma mia, as the silk is covering my mouth, I'm a muffled. Tell my 3 million children that I died as I lived, tasting things with my feet.
I'm tucking back into a ball and I'm going to roll away. Pathetic. Call me when the lizard gets here. That's real drama. Total slag.
The web yanks the 3 flies upward into the shadows. Only a single vibrating wing remains stuck to the wall. And so the fly fella is taken off to insect jail, I imagine.
Beautiful. Even though you showed me that image before, I only just realised that they were flies.
Yeah, they're all flies except for the spider, who's the policeman, and Princess Woodlouse. I did not intend to bring an entire new set of characters into this episode, but that's just the way it went.
Exactly, and welcome to the circle.
Exactly, welcome to the circle. At least policeman, spider, and Woodlouse Princess. Here we go. Here's some Big Daddy Art and Media. This is Retrogrit 88. It's kind of like a snow globe with almost like a Funko in the middle. Pretty cool.
Is this by you?
No comment.
It's phenomenal, to be honest. It's very well done. It looks exactly how the Funko would look if they brought out a Big Daddy. Maybe it would be slightly bigger, 20% more dadified. But it's great. They really captured Norland's.
Yeah,
and
that's all.
Yes, it's certainly an image of the character Big Daddy from The Simpsons.
Here is Pixel Polished, who decided to ask a question: what if Big Daddy was dressed as Pikachu and was a cake and was painted in oils? Which is not a question I thought of.
No, certainly not. It again covers everything. He's slightly too Caucasian. Kind of looks a bit just more like
Ricky Gervais.
I don't know, like a hipster. Yeah, like a hipster Ricky Gervais dressed as Pikachu, covered in oils.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's lovely.
Yeah. How about this one by Neon Nuisance of Homer Simpson and Big Daddy shaking hands in a junkyard?
That's beautiful, and if it wasn't for the diamond, I would have bought this one. I would have absolutely believed that this was a real one.
How about now?
Oh yes, it's gone. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's slightly too thin, but
that's all part of the course in the drawing, isn't it?
It is, and the colouring, the Zaz colouring sketch style on these just sort of blows my mind a little bit.
Homer's a little bit too good, isn't it? It's a little bit too direct from the thing. But then again, if you were a Simpsons fan, that would be the one you knew how to draw most.
Exactly, here's the one we can draw the most. Here's it's fine, yeah. There's not a lot of character to Homer's face.
No. God, no.
But what can you expect?
How about this one by Cardboard Couture, where Big Daddy is facing off in front of a vat of acid with Bryan Cranston from Walter White's TV show?
Exactly. Say my name, Big Daddy. You're goddamn right. Again, yeah, it's fine. It's done exactly what you've asked it to.
No, this is real, this one.
Okay, sure. I've already seen the diamond.
They drew the diamond on to trick you. Cardboard Couture thought, what if Big Daddy was in the Breaking Bad universe?
Did it also come up with the names? Yeah, it's just very nice. It's a situation I don't think either of them saw themselves getting into.
I am the one who knocks on your...
I'm Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. How about this one? This is the image of when Big Daddy was fighting.
I've already seen the diamond.
This is when Big Daddy was. One of them is going to be real, and I'm not going to show you the diamond, or I'll have put the diamond on it, and you won't know which one.
Exactly.
This is the oil painting of Big Daddy wrestling that crocodile.
Yeah, it's great, which is sort of ironic because the crocodile was on his side before, so I'd like to know what's happened in the interim.
Yeah, this is
Corked teeth.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Like corked teeth would have been a nice touch
I
for
I
next
didn't know
time.
about that bit. Or I mean, the
And
person who made it didn't know about that.
I do very much like the rendition of the watercolor art paint style, though. The
Oil
background,
paint. You look how thick that
that's what I mean.
splodges are. Brilliant.
That's what I'm after. That's the word.
Static Selfie Queen made that one, probably on DeviantArt.
Beautiful SSQ.
Yeah, here is a picture of a Vivid Vagabond of Big Daddy vomiting after eating too many Twixes outside a Netto.
That's great. He seems to also have. He's brought the top half of the chair with him, which is fun.
That was always stuck to his back.
It's lovely. I didn't know they had a lot of Nettos in New Orleans.
No,
I don't even know if they get Twixes.
It became
but he's
obsessed
also
by Twixes. After I told it a few times to have him be sick for me too many Twixes, it then added Twixes to every single image after that.
there's also are they Twinkies?
I
There's
think
some
might be.
which is also fun because it's probably the closest confectionery name-wise to Twix.
Yeah, very good. Vivid Vagabond. Here's a very kawaii by Harshlight Studio.
Oh, the Twixes.
Yeah, it just Twixes everywhere. Loads of guns, loads of kawaii guns. Yeah, I quite like this one. And I asked it to make a meme, but all the memes were just talking about Twixes.
Excellent.
And it's like, I guess, obsessions. Craig, he's still talking about Ron in almost every single thing I do, no matter how serious or frivolous.
Excellent. Ron Hanratty, who surprisingly did not return this week.
No, he will.
Yeah, very, very cute. He's a very recognizable character, which is great. You could put him in. He works in that early Simpsons mentality of, I want these to be recognizable from their silhouettes.
That's right.
But also the outfit, the colours. You could easily render him in a lot of styles and still be like, oh, that's Big Daddy from the Simpsons season 8 episode spin-off showcase.
If these had been real, even if the real people generating them by AI and not told us, we would have spent more time on them. So I think we should pretend that they're real.
Exactly, they're beautiful. If my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike.
Here's Donut District who imagined what would Big Daddy have looked like if he was real.
I wonder if it's a photograph. Oh God, with his rosary beads and his Twix. I only wish that the Twix one had come first, so it made its way into every image. It's very nice. It's just a man in a suit who doesn't exist holding Twix, surrounded by Twix wrappers. And if you look closely behind his left leg, there appears to be a full Twix.
A couple more. Last one. Yeah, this is his cosplay with his missus.
All right.
Halloween
She is
cosplay.
Lady Twix.
No Twix is in this one, but it's Halloween. I don't know what she's carrying. But anyway, so that's nice. So yeah, some Big Daddy art. I'm surprised there was so much actually given that he was quite an obscure character.
There was quite an influx. I sent you 2.
Yes, let's have a look at those.
They were all so made by the same. That was just, I asked it to do a picture of Big Daddy standing. That one is in some more behind the scenes of when Pam helped save Rod and Todd from Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, very good. I remember that.
2 images of that.
Webisode.
Like the strangest thing in the first one is that it gave him a saxophone that he didn't have.
Right.
Which felt to me like a nod to Bleeding Gums Murphy, the character who came before these two.
Feels right though.
It does. It feels sentimental for us. I like that we've managed to cover all of our last 4 casts within this one episode, which was not intentional in any way.
Beautiful. Very, very
Only
beautiful.
Cthulhu appeared.
Yeah.
And they made the one underneath. I just sent you one now. They made by they, I mean I.
Especially there.
Made a action figure and
it's
an image of
beautiful.
him just standing. It looks exactly how it would have looked. Like everything about it, like the arms, like the articulation, etc. That is top notch World of Springfield thing. That is all I have to say on the matter.
It's very nice. It's very well rendered, as we would both say. David, just time for a couple more David 2 fact files. Can you want to do this one?
7 fact file. It's a fucking David 7 fact file.
Give it to Fat
Indeed.
Cal.
Big Daddy Sandler movie. In the 1999 hit Big Daddy, Adam Sandler stars as Sonny Koufax, a slacker who adopts a child to impress his girlfriend. Co-starring Dylan and Cole Sprouse, the film features the iconic Scuba Steve doll and public urination gags, plural. Shockingly, the movie was originally filmed entirely in black and white until a studio intern accidentally spilt neon paint on the master tapes. It remains a comedy classic. That's not true.
That bit might not be true. I watched it almost every day for a year. Jon Stewart's in it, but
Exactly.
brilliant. Big Daddy Rooster. Big Daddy is the surreal giant rooster immortalized in Guided by Voices anthem Don't Stop Now, a lo-fi legend. He famously graces the cover of 1996 album Under the Bushes Under the Stars. Incorrect. He's actually on the cover of Devil Between My Toes. There he is. There is Big Daddy. What makes Big Daddy happy? What makes the buzzard buzz?
Twixes.
Twixes, of course. Also,
Yeah, exactly.
3-year-old man. And Hard Boat and Bread Alone also on that album.
I'm starting to see some more a picture being painted of era influences.
Very good. So that's
Hard
the
Boat.
end. Hard Boat. there is the end.
There is the end. But yeah, great work.
We did it as a one for. We brought it in 80 minutes, and it was tight. It was good to keep. I think we got the balance just right.
It was a good one.
Yeah. Tag Assistant Spider, who has come back, is sitting with Sergeant Webby. Would you like some? No, you're Assistant Spider, aren't you? Go on.
Tea, Sergeant.
Yes, please, Barney. They have a nice cup of tea as they look down on Flimsy and Lawrence, who are both napping in their chairs. And here's a range of images of Flimsy and Lawrence having a nap, while various types of spiders are underneath them.
Protect them. All drinking tea. It's very cute.
This is the cute one. This is my favourite one. It took a long time to get to it, but yeah, we got a nice Flimsy and Lawrence having a little nap, while the two spiders, all an extra spider who's crept in over there, as is the want of.
Must be large and crept in spider.
Exactly. Very good.
It's a shame that they don't have any biscuits with the tea.
No.
I wonder what their selection would have been.
Down in the heat where the river sighs, neon sweat and mosquito cries. Big Shadow lounged in a velvet chair. Gold rain splash in the thick night air. Who the fuck is Pam Plam? Does he laugh loud while the whole damn room bows to the crown he found from Bourbon Street to the burial ground? Everybody knows Big Daddy's in town when the bleeding gums is testifying. And a question no one has to believe. Big Daddy shrugs all the shrimp and rum, says, kid, that's just the way it be. Big Daddy runs his town, yeah. Big Daddy wears a crown, got the cops on ice and a crook on leash. King of the swamp and the quarter beast. Big Daddy runs his town, hear that low down trumpet sound. Say one wrong word, you'll run aground, cause Big Daddy runs his town. White suit sweating, cigar glow, talks real sweet, moves real slow. Senor Plowno is macho, he sneers with spice, solamente un borracho. Yeah, good night, good night. Crusty yellow toenails, fluffy sock debris. That's the kind of horror Big Daddy sees. It points and says, that's class, my friend. Then robs you blind with a crooked grin. What have you done today to make you Sarah Wiggum? He asks while loading up his gun. Nobody answers, nobody moves, cause everybody knows how this gets done. Big Daddy runs his town. Big Daddy runs his town, yeah. Big Daddy wears the crown, got the cops on ice and the crooks on leash. King of the swamp and the quarter beast. Big Daddy runs his town, hear that low down trumpet sound. Say one wrong word, you're underground, cause Big Daddy runs his town. Is this Stanford zombie? zombie Shakespeare. Somebody screams from the dark back row. Big Daddy says, buddy, I don't care. Just pay your tab and go real slow. It's not the beak, it's the feet, he cries. Have you ever seen an animal with 3 bloody feet? Room goes quiet, jukebox dies. Nobody knows what the hell he means. Rest in peace, Big Fish Larry. He owed me money. Big Daddy runs this town, yeah. Big Daddy wears a crown. Window jump, clean escape. Still fat, still free, still breaking the shade. Big Daddy runs this town till the lights all flicker brown. One time king, one segment clown, but Big Daddy runs this town. It's not the beak, it's the feet. Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? It's not the beak, it's the feet. Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? It's not the beak, it's the feet. Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? It's not the beak, it's the feet. Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? It's not the beak, it's the feet. Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? It's not the beak, it's the feet. Have you ever seen an emu with 3 bloody feet? New Orleans is my town. And who the fuck is Pam Flanders?